I once rode in a van where the driver casually lit a cigarette with one hand, steered with the other, and laughed as we rounded a curve so tight you couldn't see what was coming, on a road barely wide enough for one vehicle. To the left, solid rock. To the right, nothing but empty air and a drop so far down it didn't even seem real. My heart pounded, my palms were sweating, and I wasn't even the one driving. That's when I realized, this wasn't just any road. This was a death trap disguised as a highway. When we talk about dangerous roads, we usually think of bad traffic, reckless drivers, or icy conditions. But there's one road in the world that goes far beyond that, where a single mistake doesn't just mean an accident, it means you might never be found again. This road is called Yungas Road, but most people know it by a much darker name, Death Road. Located in Bolivia, Death Road twists through the Andes Mountains, connecting the capital city of La Paz to the jungle town of Coroico. It stretches for about 40 miles, but every inch feels like a gamble. Built in the 1930s by Paraguayan prisoners of war, the road clings to the side of cliffs with no guardrails and barely enough room for one vehicle. On one side is the unforgiving rock face. On the other, a vertical drop of up to 2,000 feet into the rainforest below. Now imagine driving that path in the rain, or in the fog, with mud slicking the already narrow road, and waterfalls gushing straight down onto your windshield from the cliffs above. For decades, this was the only route available, and every year it claimed hundreds of lives. In fact, it's estimated that before a safer bypass was built, nearly 300 people died on Death Road annually. Bus crashes, landslides, vehicles slipping off the edge. Tragedy was so common that locals built makeshift crosses along the cliffs to mark where people had vanished. What makes it even more terrifying is how deceptively beautiful it is. Lush green mountains, dramatic drops, and breathtaking views lull you into thinking it's peaceful. But peace turns to panic in seconds when a truck comes around the bend and there's no room to pass. In some places, the drivers actually reverse along the cliff edge to let the other vehicle through. No mirrors, no safety barriers, just nerves of steel. Today, Death Road has become a magnet for thrill seekers. Adventurous cyclists from around the world travel to Bolivia just to ride its deadly path. They gear up, hop on mountain bikes, and take the plunge, literally and figuratively. Most make it down safely, some don't. And while the official traffic has shifted to the new road, Death Road remains a chilling reminder of how far some people will go, just to get from point A to point B. It's not just a road. It's a test of courage, a brush with danger, and a humbling look at the extremes people endure, whether out of necessity or for the thrill of it. Because on Death Road, one wrong move could be your last.